the amount a producer will earn by selling their final goods in the market. That is the sales revenue. And cost of production is the all the cost incurred while producing a goods or service. Like it may be salary, it may be rent, all the payment of the factors, like then your machineries, then stationaries, all the costs involved while producing a goods or service. So the difference between this revenue, sales revenue and cost of production need to be positive. And there are different strategies, right? Statistical techniques, how you can increase the revenue and minimize the cost. Like even in your finance, even in your finance, it is an important topic. So how profit need to be managed, like top line of the management and bottom line of the management. Top line is about revenue, right? How much sales need to be generated, and a company, right? A company invest more and more, right, to increase the top line of the company. That is how to maximize the revenue. So uske liye, to maximize the revenue, a business owner or the management of a company need to invest. Revenue increase करने के लिए भी खर्चा करना है. So how is profit will be managed? So किस तरह का खर्चा करना है? Marketing techniques, right? Advertisement. How you can increase your revenue? Production process तो हो गया, जो आपने बना लिया. But now your decision will be to increase the profit. So in the top line of your management, how you can do, you can invest in marketing, in advertisement, in the promotion, so that revenue can be increased. And the bottom line of the management, bottom line of your profit management, how you can do it? By minimizing the cost. Now how you can minimize the cost, right? It will be not an investment, right, rather than cost cutting. How? So by procuring or the buying the raw materials at the least price, best material at the least price, right, to optimal utilization of the resources, whatever resources available, it need to be optimally utilized, right? No wastage of resources need to be ascertained. Then based or skilled employee, right, at a lower wage rate, right? So cost can be decreased like that. Many a time when there is a loss incurred by a company, so they make strategies, right, to manage the profit by decreasing the cost, right? अगर एक कंपनी का लॉस हो रहा है, right, how they will ascertain कि profit हो जाए या लॉस डिक्रीज हो जाए, उसके लिए दे कैन नॉट इंक्रीज देयर सेल्स रेवेन्यू. सेल्स तो हो ही नहीं रहा है, राइट? सेल्स जब नहीं हो रहा है, अब लॉस को कैसे बचाएंगे? यस, एनीवन सुन रहे हो ना? प्लीज कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट्स ऑल्सो प्लीज ऐसा मत समझना कि वी हैव ऑलरेडी स्टडीड दैट ऑल दोस थिंग और यहाँ पे कोई जरूरत नहीं है. डोंट थिंक लाइक दैट. हियर definitely we will study all the things. Maybe आपका heading same हो, but the approach will be different, right? Here we are discussing from a business point of view, right? जैसे please reply. अगर science commerce students भी हो, please reply. And also science and human student, please reply. गलत भी हो तो कोई नहीं. So what I was asking कि अगर एक company का loss हो रहा है, right? How they will manage profit then? What will be the strategy as an economist? As an economist, what will be your strategy that will you suggest to the management? Yes, anyone? मैं नाम लूं?
मैम सैलरीज थोड़ी कम कर देंगे लोगों की.
ओके. और इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? कॉस्ट को कम कर रहे हैं या रेवेन्यू को बढ़ा रहे हैं?
हम कॉस्ट को कम कर रहे हैं.
कॉस्ट कम कर रहे हैं.
कॉस्ट कम कर रहे हैं. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल एक एग्जांपल है स्पाइस जेट एयरलाइंस करके एक था, या फिर किंगफिशर का भी बोल सकते हैं. सो लाइक जब एक कंपनी का लॉस हो रहा है, लॉस कब होगा? इसका मतलब रेवेन्यू जनरेट नहीं हो रही है, इसका मतलब कस्टमर्स आर नॉट बाइंग योर प्रोडक्ट, राइट? तो इसका मतलब आप अगर उल्टा मार्केटिंग में खर्चा करोगे टू अट्रैक्ट कस्टमर, उससे आपका खर्चा और बढ़ जाएगा, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट योर लॉस विल इंक्रीज, क्योंकि लॉस इज नथिंग बट द रिजल्ट ऑफ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन योर सेल्स रेवेन्यू एंड कॉस्ट, राइट? सेल्स हो नहीं रहा है, सो आप लॉस को कैसे मिनिमाइज करें और एटलीस्ट ब्रेक इवन कैसे आ जाए, नो प्रॉफिट लो लॉस पे कैसे आ जाए, टू डिक्रीज द कॉस्ट. दैट्स व्हाई मेनी ऑफ द लॉस मेकिंग कंपनीज सबसे पहले क्या करते हैं, दे टर्मिनेट देयर एम्प्लॉइज, क्योंकि प्रोडक्शन हो नहीं रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन केस ऑफ एयरलाइंस की फ्लाइट्स आर नॉट रिज्यूमिंग, राइट? फ्लाइट्स कम कर दिए हैं क्योंकि फ्यूल कॉस्ट है, सबको सैलरी देना है, राइट? इवन यू नीड टू प्रोवाइड वेरियस फैसिलिटीज सर्विसेज टू द कस्टमर्स, सो उनको वो कम नहीं कर सकते हैं बिकॉज दैट इज पार्ट ऑफ योर बिजनेस. सो वो क्या करते हैं, दे टर्मिनेट देयर एम्प्लॉइज, ऑल्दो इट इज अनएथिकल, दिस इज अ डिफरेंट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू, राइट? अनएथिकल है कि आपके एम्प्लॉयज को आप लॉस के टाइम पे निकाल रहे हो, बट मेनी ऑफ द कंपनीज डू दिस काइंड ऑफ strategies for profit management to decrease the cost. Yes, there are different ways to decrease the cost, right? But yes, for easiest and short time के लिए सबसे easy companies के लिए होता है कि सैलरी कम कर दो, या फिर जो सैलरी एक्सपेक्टेड दैट इज एम्प्लॉयज उनको टर्मिनेट कर दो, राइट? ऑल्दो इट इज अनएथिकल फॉर बिजनेस. So many time you can also do some other practices to decrease the cost, like maybe you should not procure any further raw materials, or maybe you can utilize your employees in some other practices where cost can be decreased, right? You can do different strategies are there, although it is not part of economics. So how profit can be ascertained, right, in case of high revenue or in case of low revenue. So here business economics takes an important role. Then capital management, how you are going to procure your physical assets or physical machineries, at what price, right? Or maybe from where you are going to generate your fund or investment. It is also important matter of economics. So what will be the return on investment to your investors who is investing for your production, right? So as we know, there are 4 factors of production. One of it is capital, right? Capital is as well as your monetary capital, as well as your physical capital, that is your machineries and all, so which are needed to start your business. Money is needed to start your business, and for that there are different sources of finance, like investors, right, who put money on your business. In return उनको क्या चाहिए, रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट, ए हायर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, राइट? इंटरेस्ट रेट के साथ जो आपने को लोन दिया गया है बाय द इन्वेस्टर, यू नीड टू पे देम बैक, और a percentage of your profit, right? In the investors and shareholders. Then there are various venture capitalists, right, who invest in startups and businesses. Then there are crowdfunding, in angel investors. Then also bank plays a very important role in funding for business or funding capital for business, right? Kind of loan, business loan. So how capital is managed is also part of your business economics. So same cheese I have been discussing, right? How you can do it, market from pricing method, differential pricing. How differential pricing means for price for different place is different, right? Many time you can see that for some product, वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है, the price of the product in Delhi NCR is different, and price of the same product in other parts of India other than Delhi is different. Why it is made, right? So this is also a strategy for increasing the revenue, because maybe the manufacturing unit is in Delhi NCR, so that's why the processing price amount or the logistic cost is decreased here. So that's why they can decrease the price in Delhi NCR, and maybe while they are selling the products to other parts of India, then they can increase the price. Many a time आप देख सकते हो बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट के पीछे आपका प्राइस लिखा हुआ होता है. राइट, जैसे हनी में या फिर मिल्क प्रोडक्ट में वहाँ पे लिखा होगा कि विद इन दिल्ली कितना है और आउटसाइड दिल्ली कितना है, राइट. सो हाउ डिफरेंशियल प्राइसिंग आर मेड, so how prices are competitive prices as made. So we will study in our third unit how in different kind of market price decisions are taken, right? How accordingly to a nature of the demand prices are ascertained, right? क्यों एक product where elasticity is more than elastic, और कि आप अगर प्राइस ज्यादा करते हो तो डिमांड इतना कम नहीं होता है, राइट. सो इन सच प्रोडक्ट प्राइस आर इंक्रीज, लाइक आप सम लग्जरी प्रोडक्ट का एग्जांपल दे सकते हो, लाइक आईफोन और सैमसंग एस सीरीज. सो आप देख सकते हो प्राइस इंक्रीज हो रहा है, फिर भी डिमांड इंक्रीज हो रही है, या फिर डिमांड उतना डिक्रीज नहीं हो रहा है. अभी आईफोन 12 का लॉन्च हुआ एंड पीपल आर प्री ऑर्डरिंग, राइट, बुक कर रहे हैं पहले ही. सो दैट मीन्स even if prices increase, the demand is still not decreased, right? So there are, and it is not happening. So it depends upon the nature of product, nature of the demand, nature of the elasticity of the product. So these price decision are also. Yes, Ansh Arora, what's the problem you are facing? So you are most of the time getting removed and then again you are joining. Ansh Arora, Ansh Arora, are you still there in the class? आपको बेटा क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रही है? Why you are being left and again joining? And Nancy ma'am also said that you have not been able to join previous classes. आपको अगर please everyone, if any such problem happen, like you are not able to join a class, tell me immediately, text me immediately, or text the respective teacher immediately ना. They will help you out to join you. जैसे बहुत बार अगर if you are not able to join through the link, so maybe मुझे या फिर जो टीचर है they need to make a call to you, right? कॉल अगर करेंगे तो you can be invited by call, either you can join through link or by call. So हम कर सकते हैं, please let us know immediately. अगर एक हफ्ता 10 दिन बाद बोलोगे it will be difficult. How we will ascertain कि you are telling the truth or you are lying? Okay, that we discussed that how profit is managed, right? How break-even is managed. What is break-even? Yes, we discussed now. Just sometime back we just discussed. What is break-even? What is break-even analysis? Yes. Khushi. Khushi Jain. Please reply. Anirudh Gupta. Please class join करके सो मत जाना. Otherwise, who is not replying to me? गलत होने से कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट रिप्लाई भी अगर नहीं करेंगे आई मे मार्क देम एब्सेंट. एब्सेंट मार्क कर दूंगी. व्हाट्स द पॉइंट इफ यू आर नॉट रिप्लाइंग? यस यस
मैम, वो एक ऐसा पॉइंट होता है ग्राफ पे रिप्रेजेंटेशन के हिसाब से कि लाइक नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस, ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट.
Yes, yes. No profit, no loss. So while a company or is just in a starting position, right? Maybe an entrepreneurship business, a startup company. For them also they need to analyze the break even. How break even will be analyzed? So for the break even analysis, they need to first do their demand forecasting, right? Then sales forecasting. Then they have to analyze that yes, within how much time they will achieve that break even. That means they will cover up all the initial cost, right? So for example, as a entrepreneur I have to start a business. So initially my cost will be more than my revenue, right? Because I have to pay the salary to my employees, जो भी मैंने employees किया है, मेरा electricity bill, all the stationery bill, right? Then my rent, right? Then my loan, paying back the repayment of loan. So these are all costs. And even if I am producing, production थोड़ी देर बाद शुरू होगी, right? Even though I am producing, I cannot say that I will my all my production or it will be 100% sale, right? So within how much time I can assure that yes, I can cover up my initial cost, right? And from then I can start earning profit. Even while taking any loan, you need to show the break-even analysis, and there the utilization of business economics plays an important role. Like we also discuss how capital management is done, so related to your investment, right? So how much amount you need to be invested, how much amount you need to generate from maybe bank loan or investment, right? All these things need to be ascertained using your econometrics techniques and also some financial analysis. So often this business decision making involves capital management, which is mainly taken by the top management of the company, and capital management involves planning and control of the capital and cost of production, that is expenditure. So the main topics dealt here as a capital management are cost of capital, rate of return, selection of project, right? Which kind of selection you will study in operation management in third semester, what kind of project you need to select, right? As a businessman, if I want to start a business, which product I need to select, right? Which production technique I need to select, so that my expenditure or cost of production can be decreased, right? And whether I need to take bank loan or from investors, right? Bank loan. Why bank loan? Because I can say that I have analyzed the market. Key now government is giving some concession through Startup India and Stand Up India promotion technique, where bank loan can be taken at a very low interest rate. Or maybe there is a high growth of some product, like maybe hand sanitizer or face mask, right? So which is need of our, or some other product. Like these days there is a huge growth of organic farming, right? Then herbal product. So in such product, if you any businessman is starting any product production in such, in a high demand of business, then investment is also high. So then you can also go for a investment for some venture capitalists or investors, or even you can take investment as a shareholder, right? So what kind of investment you need to be taken, so it is also part of your business economics. So business problems. So like Samuel Lionel Robbins has said that business economics is a relationship of human behavior, study of human behavior, that human wants are unlimited, right? So her time as a person, as a human, we need something or the other. There is always someone, right? Human wants are unlimited, and the way to fulfill those wants are limited, because resources are scarce, resources are limited, right? And why these problems of why this solution, the problem of this scarce resources or limited resources needs a study of economics? Because these limited resources, right? Resources come in, and these resources have unlimited uses, राइट? और ऑल्टरनेटिव यूजेस, देयर आर कुछ ना कुछ एक यूजेस है, जैसे हमने एग्जांपल दिया था कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कैन बी यूटिलाइज एज लाइक हम लाइट के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं, आई एम यूजिंग फॉर माय चार्जिंग ऑफ माय लैपटॉप, राइट? और मे बी माय माइक्रोवेव or my fridge. So there are so many uses of a single resource, that is electricity. How I need to use or utilize this electricity? So for a business owner, how they will utilize this resource? So where they will get maximum revenue, right? If there is a some section where using that electricity is using for the transaction of a machinery, for operating a machine, right? So that means while using that electricity for operating any machine, so charging can be stopped, or charging is not so important. So what is important, right? For a business owner, where there will be maximum revenue and minimize the cost, then they will utilize those resources. So because of this alternative uses of the resources, here comes the decision making of economics. How economics theory can be utilized, how these resources can be utilized so that for a business owner there can be maximum revenue and minimization of cost. Then Samuelson has made his own study that economics is a study of economic problems of a nation, right? So for an economy, for a nation, there are various economic problems. What kind of problems are there? What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. So when we say what to produce, right? So what to produce means किस तरीके से प्रोडक्ट बनाना है, whether capital product need to be produced or capital or labor intensive product need to be produced, right? So for example, in capitalist economy where for example, right, एक example देते हैं whether a producer need to produce machines, right, or computers or food, right? एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्ट बनाना चाहिए या टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड प्रोडक्ट बनाना चाहिए, राइट? दिस इज ए इकोनॉमिक प्रॉब्लम और बिजनेस डिसीजन मेकिंग, व्हाट टू प्रोड्यूस, whether a capital intensive product or whether a agriculture based product, right? So for some country like India or Bangladesh or Pakistan or maybe Brazil and all, so where the population is high and there is a starvation, hunger, right? So in such cases, right, so business decision need to be more in fulfilling the need of the people, that is food, agriculture products. And for countries where population is less or there is no any starvation, hunger, that means people are self-satisfied or they are having the optimal production of food. So then they are investing more in capital product like technology or machineries or computer, right? What kind of product need to be produced? So like I can see that government is giving more and more incentive for agriculture based products, right? So why? So that the basic necessity of the people can be fulfilled. So how to produce, right? Which kind of methodology need to be adopted, whether using machineries or using labor or using some high tech technology like robotic technology, जहाँ पे human की जरूरत ही नहीं है, right? So robotic technology or artificial intelligence technology, which will be very expensive, right? So why a producer will invest in a very expensive robotic technology instead of investing in a cost effective or a cheaper machine where labors are involved, right? For example, in a country like France or Germany where population is less, labor is expensive, right? So then they would like to produce their production using some high-tech technology like robotic technology, artificial intelligence, so that involving more labor is not required, right? So in such countries, labor is more expensive than machineries because there is a lack of population. The population is low, right? So when population is low, so the demand of labor is high. So that's why the labor or the wage rate in such countries is very high. So in such countries, the production is mainly based on capital intensive technology, right? वहाँ पे expensive kind of technology use किया जाता है जहाँ पे human की uses और labor का uses कम होता है. And in some countries like China, India, right, where population is very high, right? So that means labor is cheaper here, right? So there here in such kind of economy, so machineries are used, but machineries are used uh, which are cheaper and which can be used using labor also, right? So like अभी हमारे कंट्री में जितनी भी प्रोडक्शन हो रही है, although machine यूज कर रहे हैं for production of garments or some plastic products, right? But labor is also used. because labor is very cheaper here, right? So which kind of production technology need to be adopted is also a business decision making. For whom to produce? So if a producer is producing the product, right? So for whom? For whom means whether the for expensive price क्या रखेंगे, right? और किस तरह का प्रोडक्ट, लग्जरी आइटम बनाना है या नेसेसिटी प्रोडक्ट बनाना है? नेसेसिटी प्रोडक्ट अगर बना रहे हैं तो किसके लिए बना रहे हैं? द टारगेट मार्केट विल बी द basic common people, right? For whom the production is done, right? For example, necessity product like hand sanitizer is a necessity now, face mask is necessity now, right? If a producer is producing iPhone or some luxury item, right? So that is not for common people, right? So whether for whom the production is making, or for whom the a producer is producing the good, for a highly high income group or low income group, whether for a necessity product or whether for a luxury product. So these all decision making are important. It plays an important role for every economy. So these decisions are taken for different economy. The techniques are different, right? What to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce, right? So there are